Oh, hello. Whoa. Cool. This is why I keep striper gear in my boat at all times. The catfish have not been biting good today, but I've been seeing stripers and bass going nuts over gizzard shad. See what we got here. What in the world? I may have snagged this fish. Of course, if I can't catch catfish with catfish rods, I can catch them with striper gear or lasso them. Oh, this is hilarious. That's funny. I wanted to try to catch a striper. Of course, we got a bass boat going full speed in a narrow lane. I've got like 2 foot of water just right next to me, pretty much. I'm trying to hit the very edge of this channel. Instead of a big striped bass, I got a catfish. That's cool. I'm getting waked here. Well, if you can't catch them one way, catch them a different way. And he slimed up my line here. I think this is, I don't know, 20 or 30 pound fluorocarbon leader line. I've got a crankbait clip with a FishLab jerkbait shallow troller. Obviously, everything that I've seen happening today has been, you know, on top of the water. I saw one bass or striper or something chase a gizzard shad for like, I don't know, 100 feet. It just kept splash, 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 and it was pretty big. If it was a largemouth, probably like a 10-pound largemouth. More than likely it was a striped bass. And the shad color's the winner. I just tossed it into a school of gizzards. They've been going up and down this area. I was posted up by the wall over there, if you can see it in the background, trying to catch catfish, and I've just watched, you know, a big school of gizzards just go up and down and up and down, and they're being followed by something. Let's see if I can get another fish in the boat this way. Whoa! There we go. Where's my... With all my remotes. Here. Uh-oh. Seeing my other line? Whoa. This guy is pulling pretty good. Now, I have changed out these 2 outside baits. They are deep divers. They go down about 17 feet. And the one in the middle is a shallow diver. It only goes about 7 feet, which is what I was using before I turned around and started going upriver here. I probably should have put my trolling motor on spot lock. Have no idea what I've got here, obviously. You never know what you're going to catch on these baits. It's got some weight to them though. My main line here is 30-pound braid. These used to be my channel catfish and carp rods. I've converted them into striped bass rods. If this is a striped bass. I stopped seeing activity on top of the water. That's why I got these deeper divers out. You gonna come up? Wow. I have no idea what I got. I may have snagged a paddlefish. That'd be really cool. There's a lot of them in this river. You're not supposed to fish for them. There's nothing I can do if they grab one of my jerkbaits. Man. That's pretty cool. I have no idea what this is. It is heavy. Oh, it's a striped bass. Yep. This is what I was trying to catch. I'm gonna have to get the big net. It's a pretty good one. It's wrapped up in my other line. I knew they were in the area. Come here. Oh, I don't like it that he's wrapped up in my other line. I'm gonna have to cut that line. Come on. There we go. Oh boy. That is a good fish right there. Whoa. Come on. Oh man. He did have my other line wrapped up pretty good, but I got it unwrapped. Very nice striped bass. And I'm going to get him back in the water pretty quick. It's not too terribly hot out. Say it's 60 degrees. Well, I guess that answers the question that he still has life in them. I look around and he doesn't like pop up, you know, from that struggle. If he does, I'll go run him down and try to revive him, but I don't think I needed to revive him. Cool. Now let's check this line. Oh boy. Yeah, that's not coming out. I'm going to have to cut it and redo this one. Maybe I should only have deep divers out. That might be the key today. And here's the deep diver one. FishLab jerkbait. Shad colored. Checking my leader line here. It's got a little bit of abrasion in it. But the rest of it is fine. So I'm going to cut off this abrasion and retie this crankbait clip. All I use is a polymer knot. All right. That's what caught the big striped bass. I don't really book striped bass trips. I call them mixed bag trips because you have a chance of catching a striper that's that big. You also have a chance of catching a largemouth that is that big. You also have a chance of catching a smallmouth that is that big. Most of the time I'm catching drum. This area, I'm just lucky because they happen to be here. And I'm just casting it out and putting it in a rod holder. Really simple way to catch fish. I'm also going about 1.2, 1.3 miles per hour. And I'm not too worried about this one because all of these jerk baits, they float. And because they float, they're not really going to get snagged up on anything. I was hoping that the line and all that for the one that was in the middle would have floated up so that striper wouldn't have, got tangled in it. But it got tangled in it anyway. Like I said earlier, I think I'm going to just leave these two out and not worry about this other one, other than I do need to re-rig it. Another quick tip, you can look at the rod tips to see if the jerk baits are doing what they're supposed to be doing. If it's not moving, it's probably got some garbage or something on it. But it should have, just kind of a bobble, and they'll be both about the same type of bobble. And just cruise down the river and see what you can catch. Okay, I'm a glutton for punishment. I want to put this one back out. Hopefully it won't get wrapped up again. We're all in a hurry to get somewhere today. Hello. Wow. I think we have another striped bass. I do have a really loose drag. I've noticed the water is getting more muddy as I get up to this area right here where I was catfishing. And that's the backdraft from the Tennessee River because it's so muddy out there. It's probably why the striped bass are here too. I think there's a smaller one, smaller something. At least I'm not wrapped up in my lines. Come on. Want to come up? Show yourself? This is about where I caught that catfish at the beginning of the video. So who knows, this might be another catfish. There he goes running again. Man. Come on. Don't. Oh, come on. Don't go into the outboard. Man. Come on. I'm not gaining any traction on this fish. I thought I had it there for a second. There's probably another striped bass, I bet. It's gotta be. Oh, come on. It's like, am I fighting a freshwater fish or am I fighting an ocean fish here? Stripers are technically an ocean fish. They stock them in our waterways. Probably about 100,000 a year in this lake. Part of me wants to call them an invasive fish because they are not from these lakes at all. They have never been here. There's no way they have traveled from the Gulf of Mexico all the way up the Tennessee River to our area. But they can live in our waterways, and people like to fish for them. Ooh. I think it is a striper. Haha. This is really cool, catching stripers on these baits now. They didn't want to touch them earlier this year, and now they are hungry for this. Like the other one's barely hooked. I hope I can get it in the net. Blame Dieter Melhorn on the net thing. He used to say that it's bad luck to have your net ready. Whoa, there's a striper right there. Trying to school with my striper. Ha! Wow. Come here. There we go. Whoa. There. And as you can see, they get quite big. The hook came out right as I netted it. Another nice striped bass. This time I got the sun behind me, so it's probably going to mess with the video a little bit, but hey, these are strong fish. They are fun to catch, even if some catfishermen don't like catching them. Cool. I'll probably end up catching another one. I just started the trolling motor just to get these two going, and all I have to do is throw this one back out there. Once I unwrap it and get the scales off the hooks. This has been the lucky bait today. Not bad for being in the middle of the day. Usually striped bass bite really good in the morning. And right now, I'm guessing it's 1 o'clock. Okay, it is quite a bit later than I thought it was. It is actually like 4 o'clock. So I've been out on the water for quite some time. Most of the time I was over there on the wall trying to catch catfish and not catching any. I probably spent 3 or 4 hours over there, and then I decided to break these rods out and try something different. and it paid off. Caught 2 very, very nice striped bass. That is a good reason why to keep this type of gear in my boat, just in case I can't get any catfish. Now, I am surprised nothing bit this one. This has been my lucky bait for catching drum. They really love this fire tiger. And this is a, you know, like I said earlier, it's a deep water one. That longer lip makes it go deeper in the water. And I think it's 17 feet max, maybe 20. And the shallow water one again, short lip, 7 feet max, maybe 10 if I'm going fast enough. Let me give you a side-by-side look at these. Shallow, deep. When Akuma wanted to partner with me, I had to partner with FishLab as well, because FishLab and Akuma are kind of the same company and different at the same time. I did laugh at first because I'm a catfisherman. What is a catfisherman going to do with artificial baits? So I decided to do a little trolling, start getting into trolling. I do have 3 trolling rigs that have line counters on them, but I can't keep them in the boat. But I do have room to keep these Pixel rods with CMAR reels, which, like I said earlier, they were my catfish or channel catfish and carp rods and reels back in the past. Now I've got more specific carp reels, and I mean, I really don't have a channel catfish rod and reel at the moment, but you could say these could be channel catfish rod and reels, but in any case, they're striper rods and reels right now. And I keep them on the boat just in case we see any striper activity. At least if I see any striper activity where I think, you know, they'll eat one of these baits. And today they did. It's been a good day. Now I think I will head back to the ramp and pull out. It's been a long day, and at least I got some fish in the boat, some decent sized fish. Even as a catfish angler, you have to agree with me, those were good fish to catch. Now, as always, I want to thank you for taking your time out of your day to actually watch my video. I really, really appreciate it. And I'm going to be honest with you guys. I don't know what I'm going to fish for next. This time of year, everything is biting. So who knows what I might be able to pull into the boat. At least I know now where not to take people to catch catfish, but I could take people here to catch striped bass. Who knows? Thanks again for watching, and ow, I keep getting these hooks in my fingers. They're really sharp. I do hope to see you next time.